These are the instructions for the AI Generative Fill to change backgrounds on our toy pictures. Go to the Photoshop folder called AI Generative Fill, click on the photo called James Tractor, right-click on it and save image as, and make sure it goes to your downloads. Then click Save. Then in Photoshop, we're going to go to Open, Downloads, find the photo of James Tractor, and now we're going to select the subject. If you don't see this bar down at the bottom, ask me and I'll show you how to get it to pull up, but it says Select Subject. It's a quick way to select the most kind of prominent thing in your picture. And it does grab a little extra. Some of this tire right here of the tractor is close to the color of his hand, so it grabbed that too by accident. I want you to count down 1, 2, 3, 4 tools, click and hold it down so that you can see what's underneath. And then we're going to choose Magic Wand Tool. Up here, the 2 white boxes are for adding things. The white box and the black box means we need to take away things. So let's take away some of this stuff by clicking on it, and it will slowly start to unselect that part of the tractor tire. There we go. We have some of the inside of the rope as well. This does not have to be perfect for your own personal picture that you're going to do for this project later. I do want you to spend some time making it perfect. Then we're going to select the background because that's what we want to change. To do that, go to Select Inverse. So now we're selecting everything around him. Now here's the fun part, the Generative Fill part. If we click Generative Fill, this is where it wants us to put in a prompt. But let's see what the computer recognizes this situation as. Just click Generate with nothing in that box, and it's going to take a second, and over here you're going to see it coming up with 3 different backgrounds for you. It's trying to guess what you want. We've got some kind of weird board and stuff in the background. This one doesn't really seem to match the picture. This one's okay. It's kind of leaning on a piece of wood, and it's not bad, but let's give it a prompt this time. So go over here in the prompt area, and you can type in anything. I mean, he's dressed like a cowboy, so maybe something like hay field or cows. It can be really broad in this case. Then we can be more specific later if we want to. And it does save your first 3 over here, so if you change your mind, these do not go away. In fact, it's generating 3 more. So let's see what it does this time. We got a field this time, another field. That's a dirt field. So none of those were hay fields. How about hay field with hay bales and cows? You can be more specific this time. Every computer is going to generate something different. You're probably seeing different backgrounds than I do. Gives us lots of variety to choose from. Here we go, a little bit more specific. That hay bale's way too small. That's funny. We got a weird cow behind him. This one's about as good as it gets. So go through all of the backgrounds it gives you. Again, mine is going to be different than yours. I kind of like that one from the first set, and then this one. Not bad for AI. Once you find one that you like the best, file, save a copy. Call it Copy Done. Make sure that goes to your downloads, and that's the one you're going to turn in on Schoology. The next step is to go back to Schoology and find the yellow folder that says Toy Photography Photo Challenge. Click there. The first one is make a copy of this template. You need to go ahead and do that. After you make a copy, today you're working on slide number 4, which is to take your photo, one of your pictures, and then put 2 different backgrounds on there. There's one thing you'll need to do to each of your pictures more than likely. Your photos that you took in class this week are probably going to need a little bit of work to them. Mine, for example, is pretty dark. I'm probably going to go to Adjustments, Brightness, Contrast. Remember, we work with levels, we work with curves, we work with lots of things. I only care about the subject. I don't care about what the background looks like. I definitely want my toy to be a lot brighter. I'm going to do the same thing here again, select subject and background. One thing I do want to point out, though, is that Adobe is it has to follow copyright rule. I can't put in something like PJ mask background or anything like that. I can't type in like Disney castle or anything like that. Background. It's going to give me this error message. See, it's going to say we encountered an issue with your prompt. That means it's copyright. So PJ Masks did things around train stations with train going by fast. There we go. Let's generate and see what that does. So you have to be careful in your prompts not to use any copyrighted material. From there, after you take your own picture, You need to generate 2 different backgrounds. Why is he hanging on to that? That one's great. That one's pretty good too. So any of those, I would go through and maybe generate a few others, save 2 different ones, and save it into onto that slide with my original photo here and my 2 generated backgrounds.